Long before kings and empires, long before temples or scriptures, there were those who walked in the shadows of divine knowledge. They were called mystics, scribes, ascetics, but among themselves they had another name: the keepers of the hidden light. This brotherhood was not recorded in public history. Their existence was whispered in coded texts, hidden in the margins of scrolls, veiled within cryptic symbols. They were guardians of knowledge too powerful to be spoken aloud. Knowledge that could elevate a soul or destroy it. The hidden light they protected was said to originate from the dawn of creation itself. It was a spark, a vibration, a truth concealed before the foundation of the world. The ancients called it Ganas, the hidden light, so sacred that only those prepared could perceive it. Legends say the Brotherhood traced its lineage to the Watchers themselves, beings of luminous knowledge who descended to humanity in the earliest days. They were the original teachers of forbidden arts, the mysteries of the stars, the geometry of creation, the hidden patterns that govern life, death, and consciousness. But these teachings came with warnings. To misapply the hidden light was to invite chaos. To misuse its power was to fall, as the Watchers once fell. And so the Brotherhood became the invisible shield between humanity and catastrophe. They were not idle guardians. Through centuries, they influenced mystics, prophets, and sages. They encoded wisdom into symbols, letters, and rituals. The Kabbalists of Safed, the Merkava mystics, even secretive monks, many unknowingly followed their traces. The Brotherhood's methods were subtle and precise. They communicated through dreams, trance states, and visions. They used sacred rituals, chants, and occasionally substances that opened the mind to higher realms. Through these practices, they could glimpse the hidden light without being consumed by it. The knowledge they preserved was vast and multidimensional. Alchemy, celestial mechanics, hidden cosmology, the architecture of consciousness, and the secret language of reality itself. They understood that the material world is only a reflection of a deeper pattern, and that those who perceive the pattern can shape the world itself. The Brotherhood operated in silence, yet its influence was everywhere. Civilizations rose with sudden bursts of innovation, art, and science. Some scholars now believe these leaps were not purely human ingenuity. They were inspired by whispers of the hidden light, guidance from unseen teachers who had walked among the ancients. Yet, for every success there were dangers. The Brotherhood knew that unprepared minds exposed to the hidden light could be shattered. History records scattered tales of prophets, mystics, and adepts who glimpsed forbidden knowledge and were broken by it. Their visions were too vast, their understanding incomplete, and their souls unprepared. And still the hidden light endured. It was hidden in texts, symbols, rituals, and secret codes. It moved silently through the ages, preserved by those who understood its magnitude. The Brotherhood remained the quiet custodians, guarding the threshold between illumination and destruction. To those who seek the truth today, traces remain. In the ancient streets of Jerusalem, in the writings of Kabbalists, in mystical diagrams long forgotten. Even in modern mystical circles, echoes of the Brotherhood's practices and teachings survive, waiting to be recognized. The hidden light was never merely about knowledge. It was about transformation, about perception, about awakening the mind to the deeper patterns that shape existence. And while the full truth of the Brotherhood may never be known, fragments of their teachings endure, offering glimpses to those willing to seek, study, and prepare themselves. The story of the Hidden Light Brotherhood does not end here. Its threads continue, interwoven through history, spirituality, and human consciousness. And as the modern seeker turns their gaze toward the hidden, the arc of the Brotherhood stretches onward, waiting to reveal its lessons to those who are ready. The Hidden Light Brotherhood did not reveal its knowledge openly. It was guarded, encoded, and transmitted only to those deemed ready to receive it. The path to understanding was not written in books or displayed on walls. It was experienced, felt in the deepest layers of consciousness. Their teachings were multifaceted, blending mystical philosophy, sacred geometry, and symbolic language. Each letter, each number, each pattern carried meaning beyond the ordinary. The Hebrew letters themselves were seen as vessels of divine energy. The tree of life was not just a diagram, it was a map of the mind, the soul, and the cosmos. Initiates of the Brotherhood learned to perceive reality differently. They were taught to see the hidden structures behind the physical world, to read the unseen currents of energy that flow through all things. Some texts suggest that a single glance at a sacred symbol could open doors in the mind, revealing insights into creation itself. But these teachings were never given lightly. The Brotherhood believed that knowledge without preparation could be dangerous. Some initiates could not withstand the visions they were shown. Their minds fractured under the weight of truths they were not yet ready to comprehend. To safely traverse these realms, the Brotherhood used rituals. They burned incense made from rare resins and herbs, some of which may have altered consciousness. Chants and mantras resonated at frequencies that could align the mind with higher realms. In sacred circles, guided meditations led the initiates into states where the hidden light could be perceived without being consumed. Their rituals were structured, almost like sacred algorithms. Every movement, every sound, every breath had purpose. It was not magic in the casual sense, but a science of consciousness, a system to safely access dimensions beyond ordinary perception. Some manuscripts hint that the Brotherhood even documented these experiences. They spoke of visions of radiant beings, of intricate geometries of light, of entities who existed in realms beyond space and time. These were not mere metaphors, they were attempts to record encounters with the intelligences behind creation itself. The Brotherhood also taught the alchemy of transformation. Not the chemical kind, but the transformation of the self. Purification of the mind, the heart, and the will. Only a mind aligned with wisdom could handle the illumination of the hidden light. And yet, even with all precautions, the Brotherhood knew that some truths must remain hidden from the unprepared. Texts were coded, symbols were layered, rituals were veiled. The hidden light was always selective, revealing only what the seeker could bear. Those who tried to grasp it prematurely risked destruction, madness, or worse. Despite these dangers, the influence of the Brotherhood spread subtly through history. Mystics, alchemists, sages, and seers, some knowingly, some unknowingly, continued the work of preserving the hidden light. Through the centuries, secret lineages carried fragments of the teachings. Whispers of cosmic laws, of the architecture of consciousness, of the paths to illumination. And even today, traces remain. Certain symbols hidden in manuscripts, ancient diagrams in forgotten scrolls, esoteric rituals preserved in the quiet corners of monasteries, synagogues, and mystical schools. The Hidden Light Brotherhood's teachings were never complete in one place. They were dispersed, scattered, encoded, and layered across time and space, waiting for the right minds to bring them together. And as humanity's consciousness expands, as we explore altered states, psychedelics, and meditation, the possibility of rediscovering these teachings grows stronger. The path of the Hidden Light Brotherhood is not a straight line. It is a spiral, ascending, descending, folding in on itself, always pointing toward deeper understanding. To walk it is to confront the boundaries of mind, to peer into realms beyond ordinary perception, to encounter truths that may challenge everything you think you know. And while the Brotherhood's rituals were ancient, their principles remain relevant. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is the guide. Illumination is a gift, but discernment is the shield. The hidden light is eternal, but the human mind must be ready to bear it. Even as centuries pass, even as civilizations rise and fall, the teachings endure. The Brotherhood's methods, though hidden, continue to offer glimpses of a reality where consciousness itself can be expanded, shaped, and awakened. And so the story of the Hidden Light Brotherhood continues, layered, complex, and alive. Its teachings, its rituals, its methods, waiting, preserved, and evolving. The journey through their world is far from over, and there is much more yet to be discovered. As centuries passed, the Hidden Light Brotherhood evolved. Its keepers spread across regions, cultures, and secret lineages, each adapting to the needs of their time. They became invisible architects of consciousness, guiding humanity subtly while remaining hidden from history's record. The guardians were not kings, priests, or rulers. They were silent sentinels of knowledge, invisible yet present wherever insight and awakening were possible. In the deserts near Qumran, some sects of Essenes may have preserved fragments of the hidden light. In the mountains of Safed, Kabbalists worked in secret, decoding letters, numbers, and symbols that contained cosmic truths. In cloisters and monasteries across Europe and the Middle East, mystics whispered teachings in languages that could hide the knowledge from the unprepared. These guardians were disciples of both light and shadow. They understood that knowledge alone could corrupt. They trained the mind, disciplined the will, and purified the heart. The uninitiated could only glimpse fragments, flashings of wisdom that often seemed cryptic or impossible to understand. But for the prepared, the light revealed deeper patterns, guiding their consciousness toward alignment with the universal order. The Brotherhood also maintained a secret network. Not a network of physical structures, but of consciousness. Letters, diagrams, coded manuscripts, rituals, and oral teachings were passed subtly from one generation to the next. Some guardians traveled under the guise of teachers, healers, or philosophers. Others remained cloistered, meditating for decades, maintaining the flame of the hidden light until someone worthy appeared. Across history, many notable mystics may have been touched by these guardians, whether knowingly or unknowingly. They carried fragments of knowledge into public life: art, music, mathematics, science, and spirituality. The influence of the hidden light was subtle, yet it shaped civilizations, guiding humanity toward understanding even when the source remained invisible. The guardians also faced enemies, those who sought to exploit the hidden light for power, war, or destruction. The Brotherhood had to protect their knowledge not only from ignorance, but from ambition. Every generation had its threats: political forces, religious authorities, or corrupted seekers who could not resist the lure of forbidden knowledge. And yet the hidden light endured, shielded by those who understood that its wisdom was too dangerous for the unprepared. The methods of the guardians were as secret as their existence. They used ritual, meditation, and symbolic frameworks to pass knowledge safely. Initiates learned to traverse altered states of consciousness without being consumed by the power of the hidden light. Some rituals involved chants, sacred geometry, and mental exercises. Others involved substances that opened perception to realms unseen. Over time, guardians adapted to the changing world. In each era, new methods emerged to preserve the continuity of the hidden light. Some used cryptography. Some hid teachings in allegorical stories, myths, and parables. Some worked through spiritual lineages that appear ordinary on the surface, yet carry echoes of ancient knowledge in their methods, symbols, and philosophies. Even today, remnants of the guardians' work survive. Certain mystical schools, esoteric societies, and secretive lineages may still protect the hidden light. They operate quietly, subtly influencing those who are ready to perceive deeper truths. Their methods are adapted for modern consciousness, but the core principle remains unchanged. Knowledge must be guided by wisdom, illumination must be tempered with discernment, and the hidden light must never be wielded recklessly. The guardians have always known that humanity is at a tipping point. As consciousness evolves, as meditation, psychedelics, and technology open new doors, the potential to encounter the hidden light grows. The guardians are patient, watching, guiding, ensuring that those who reach the threshold of illumination are prepared to handle what lies beyond. And so the story of the Hidden Light Brotherhood continues, not in the open, not in history books, but in subtle guidance, in whispers of wisdom, and in the hidden architecture of consciousness itself. The guardians remain, silent, vigilant, waiting for humanity to awaken to the truths they have protected for millennia. The journey is far from over, and the light is still there, hidden, waiting for those ready to perceive it. The Hidden Light Brotherhood has endured for millennia, but in our modern age, its traces are more visible than ever. No longer confined to ancient scrolls or secretive monasteries, the wisdom of the hidden light finds subtle echoes in modern mysticism, science, and consciousness exploration. The guardians have adapted to a world of new perception. Today, meditation, altered states, and psychedelics allow seekers to access dimensions of reality that were once hidden. Ancient rituals have evolved, blending with modern practices, yet their core principle remains unchanged. The mind must be prepared, the heart disciplined, and the intention pure. Scientists and psychonauts unknowingly touch fragments of the hidden light when they explore consciousness. Psychedelic compounds, carefully guided meditation, or immersive sensory experiences can awaken perceptions beyond ordinary reality. These experiences are the echoes of the Brotherhood's teachings, proof that the hidden light is not just legend, but a dimension of awareness humanity can access. Even the digital age offers a new frontier. Patterns, codes, and algorithms reflect the same structures the Brotherhood encoded in sacred geometry and mystical diagrams. Some researchers report visions, insights, or sudden bursts of intuition while working with complex systems, as if the hidden light itself guides understanding. The modern guardians operate quietly, often unseen. Some work in the study of consciousness, in psychology, neuroscience, or quantum physics. Others maintain secretive esoteric societies, passing knowledge through symbolic teachings, literature, and encrypted wisdom. The principle remains: illumination must always be guided, or the seeker risks collapse under truths they cannot yet integrate. For those who are ready, the hidden light offers profound transformation. It is said to awaken latent abilities, insight beyond logic, perception beyond the senses, and connection to the universal patterns that govern life, death, and creation. Initiates report visions of luminous entities, geometric patterns that pulse with meaning, and a sense of interconnectedness with all things. Some describe encounters that resemble the Watchers, psychedelic, luminous beings that communicate knowledge in ways that transcend language. Yet the modern awakening is not without danger. The hidden light is not a toy, nor a simple tool for curiosity. Those who approach it prematurely or recklessly may experience confusion, psychological strain, or spiritual disorientation. This is why the Guardians remain vigilant, offering guidance, preparation, and protection to those who seek responsibly. The Brotherhood's influence can also be felt in art, music, literature, and philosophy. Creative breakthroughs, sudden inspiration, and unexplainable insight may all carry fragments of the hidden light. Every age has its mystics, its visionaries, its pioneers of consciousness, those who unknowingly channel the work of the Guardians. Even now, some scholars and explorers report encounters with hidden communities, secret libraries, and sacred manuscripts that preserve ancient wisdom. Fragments of the hidden light continue to surface, offering guidance, warning, and revelation to those who are prepared to understand. The line between myth and reality blurs as humanity's consciousness evolves, drawing closer to the truths the Brotherhood has preserved for thousands of years. The modern awakening suggests a simple truth: the hidden light is eternal, transcending time, place, and even human understanding. It exists not as a possession, but as a state of perception, a vibration of consciousness, a gateway to insight. Those who touch it find themselves transformed, forever aware of patterns and forces that lie beneath ordinary reality. And while much remains hidden, the door is open. Humanity stands at the threshold, guided by echoes of the Guardians, the teachings of the Brotherhood, and the spark of the hidden light itself. The journey continues, not only in ancient texts or secret societies, but in the mind, the heart, and the consciousness of every seeker willing to explore, prepare, and awaken. The hidden light Brotherhood endures. Its wisdom flows through time, subtle yet undeniable, waiting for the next generation of seekers to step forward and perceive what has always been there. The light is hidden, yet alive, ready to illuminate those who are ready to see, feel, and understand. And as the world changes, as consciousness expands, the modern awakening of the hidden light is only beginning. Through millennia, the hidden light Brotherhood has endured, silent, vigilant, and unseen. Its teachings, rituals, and guardianship have shaped human consciousness in ways most will never realize. From the whispers of the Watchers to the secretive scribes of Jerusalem, from mystical symbols to modern-day visionaries, the hidden light has always guided those who seek understanding. In our era, the awakening is accelerating. Consciousness expands through meditation, psychedelics, and scientific exploration of the mind. The patterns that the Brotherhood encoded in symbols, letters, and rituals are resurfacing, not as relics, but as tools for transformation. Those who are ready can perceive reality beyond the surface, the flow of energy, the geometry of existence, the interconnectedness of all things. The hidden light is not merely knowledge, it is experience. It is the spark that transforms perception, the vibration that awakens intuition, the force that dissolves the boundaries between self and cosmos. Those who touch it report visions of luminous entities, fractal geometries, and awareness that transcends time and space. Some recognize echoes of the Watchers, beings of pure knowledge, psychedelic guides, and ancient teachers, still communicating in subtle ways. And yet the final revelation of the Brotherhood is simple and profound. The hidden light does not belong to any one era, culture, or person. It is a living thread of consciousness, preserved through millennia, waiting for humanity to awaken fully. It is not about power, control, or supremacy. It is about understanding, alignment, and responsibility. The Brotherhood's legacy is a challenge to every seeker. To seek knowledge without wisdom is to risk destruction. To approach the light with arrogance is to blind oneself. But to walk the path with humility, preparation, and courage is to glimpse the infinite, to awaken the mind, and to participate in the ongoing evolution of consciousness itself. The hidden light Brotherhood endures, not as a distant legend, but as a living influence within human awareness. It is in the symbols we overlook, the patterns we fail to recognize, the fleeting visions we dismiss as dreams. It is in the mysteries we chase, the questions we dare to ask, and the journeys we undertake within our own minds. And so the story concludes not with an ending, but with an invitation. The hidden light is still here, still waiting, still guiding. Those who are ready may step forward, perceive its truth, and carry its wisdom into a world on the brink of awakening. The light has always been hidden, yet it is eternal. It is not owned, it is not conquered, it is experienced. And for those who seek, the hidden light is calling, as it has called through every age, to those who dare to see beyond the ordinary and awaken to the extraordinary.